dear viewers, welcome to UCTV Daily Readings and Reflections. Today is Friday of the 32nd week in Ordinary Time, Cycle 2. The first reading is from the second letter of St. John, verses 4 to 9. The responsorial psalm is Psalm 119, and the gospel is from the Holy Gospel according to Luke, chapter 17, verses 26 to 37. A reading from the second letter of St. John. I rejoiced greatly to find some of your children following the truth, just as we have been commanded by the Father. And now I beg you, lady, not as though I were writing you a new commandment, but the one we have heard from the beginning, that we love one another. And this is love, that we follow his commandments. This is the commandment, as you have heard from the beginning, that you follow love. For many deceivers have gone out into the world, men who will not acknowledge the coming of Jesus Christ in the flesh. Such a one is the deceiver and the Antichrist. Look to yourselves, that you may not lose what you have worked for, but may win a full reward. Anyone who goes ahead and does not abide in the doctrine of Christ does not have God. He who abides in the doctrine has both the Father and the Son. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Blessed are those who walk in the law of the Lord. Blessed are those who walk in the law of the Lord. Blessed are those whose way is blameless, who walk in the law of the Lord. Blessed are those who walk in the law of the Lord. Blessed are those who keep his decrees, with all their hearts they seek him. Blessed are those who walk in the law of the Lord. I have sought you with my whole heart. Let me not stray from your commands. Blessed are those who walk in the law of the Lord. I treasure your word in my heart, lest I sin against you. Blessed are those who walk in the law of the Lord. Deal bountifully with your servant, that I may live and keep your word. Blessed are those who walk in the law of the Lord. Open my eyes, that I may see the wonders of your law. Blessed are those who walk in the law of the Lord. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. Look up and raise your heads, alleluia, because your redemption is drawing near. Alleluia, 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 alleluia. The Lord be with you.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. At that time, Jesus said to his disciples, "As it was in the days of Noah, so will it be in the days of the Son of Man. They ate, they drank, they married, they were given in marriage until the day when Noah entered the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise, as it was in the days of Lot, they ate, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built. But the day when Lot went out of Sodom, fire and brimstone rained from heaven and destroyed them all. So will it be on the day when the Son of Man is revealed. On that day, let him who is on the housetop with his goods in the house not come down to take them away. And likewise, let him who is in the field not turn back. Remember Lot's wife. Whoever seeks to gain his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life will preserve it. I tell you, in that night there will be two men in one bed, one will be taken and the other left. There will be two women grinding together, one will be taken and the other left. And they said to him, "Where, Lord?" He said to them, "Where the body is, there the eagles will be gathered together." The Gospel of the Lord. I welcome you, dear brothers and sisters, to today's word. And our theme is Be Ready. In today's gospel, Jesus is prophesying the end of the public life. Jesus wants his listeners to be ready and not to think that they can postpone their preparations, because when the end strikes, it will already be too late. The call to be ready is not that we should keep standing and watching at events. No. St. John in his second letter has reminded us that we should keep on doing, that is, love. This is what God has commanded us to do, that is, to love one another. To fulfill this command, dear brethren, we are supposed to be aware of who we are, where we are, and where we are going. These questions determine our way of living and keep us ready to meet the Lord. As Christians, we know that we shall meet the Creator only. We do not know when and how, but the fact is that one day we shall meet him and see him as he really is. This requires preparedness. It is not a matter of sitting and waiting, like sitting on the roadside, waiting that day, as if we are waiting a boda or a taxi, smartly dressed, holding our handbags and briefcases. Jesus has given us an example of Noah. The flood during Noah's time, when people ate and drank, right up to the moment of disaster. Similarly, he goes on in the days of Lot. People were leading there ordinarily as we are living today. What is special with Noah and Lot was that Noah was careful in his dealings with God. He kept God's law. He loved God. He served God with carefulness. And he observed his law. For Lot was charitable. He was a welcoming man. He exercised hospitality. Jesus telling us the issues of the end of time is not frightening us about the end, but is telling us that if we are to enjoy eternal bliss, we should pay attention to what we are doing. Brethren, are we careful with what we are doing? Are we aware of the consequences? All we are saying, it doesn't matter. We don't care. Are we charitable and hospitable enough to people, especially the strangers? Being ready calls us to reflect on these questions and get concrete answers pertaining our different walks of life. Brethren, we must be ready and watchful, lest we be comforted into spiritual laziness by the progress of life from one generation to the next and assume that Jesus won't return after all. We need to stay ready, always by living holy and prayerful lives, being charitable to others. Are you ready? Are you hospitable? Are you careful? Remember Lot and Noah.